Good evening. Welcome to Northern Maine. We are in the workshop. It's been a while. I've kind of taken a break from the workshop here and pretty much everything else too. I had an extremely busy summer. The workshop is pretty much all set up. Got a nice old Walker sign up here that I took out of the garage. I've gotten lots of stuff stashed away up overhead in here. I'm still working on getting my workbench straightened out. That's still a disaster. But today I went and dug my old Ariens snowblower out. This is a 1988 model. It's a 924 077. As you can see, it's an ST 828. It's an 8 horsepower 28 inch. I've had some videos of this on my YouTube channel here before. This old thing's she's getting a little ragged. Not gonna lie. I've got to do some work on it this year before the snow gets here in earnest. It is still working. It still starts up and runs good. I noticed today when I started it, needs a new pull cord. Needs the oil changed in it. Needs a drive disc put underneath of it too, and I don't know what kind of a job that's going to be. I haven't put a drive disc on one of these things in years. I can't remember if it was this one, this model, or the older style from the early 70s that were an absolute pain in the rear to put a drive disc on. I think it was the older one. I think these ones are pretty easy here. Amazingly, this thing started right up today. It's been sitting out back under a tarp all summer long. Obviously I tore the garage down, so it wasn't able to stay in under cover all summer. But I drove it in here. It drove in here under its own power today. This afternoon I worked out here in front of the workshop. I finally built a temporary ramp here to get in and out of the building. As you can see, I just had an old sheet of OBS here that's not really good shape, so I'm gonna leave that for the winter, and that'll make it easier to get the snowblower in and out. I actually drove, after I got that built this afternoon, I actually drove my white LT 1300 right in here without any issue. So I don't know how the old snappers are gonna do. The deck's a little low on them, but they may catch up and hang up on the floor when they come up over there. I may have to put a little bit longer ramp, but I worked in here today trying to get this somewhat rearranged and straightened out. I stashed that old 8 horsepower snapper on its stand in the back corner. I took the batteries out of it, the gas tanks off of it, and I think that'll be alright for the winter. That ain't gonna hurt a thing. This one here still got the battery in it, and it's still got quite a bit of gas in it, so I don't know if I'm gonna end up stashing this one on the stands or not. I still got some stuff in here that I'd really like to get rid of, but it's far better than it was. At least this place is dry. I'm in hopes that next week maybe I'm gonna be able to finally to do the metal roof on this place, I think, and I can take that enormous tarp off the roof of this building and actually put some metal roofing on it. The building's basically all done other than that. But next summer I do plan on putting insulation in these wall cavities and putting some OSB on the inside of this building too and insulate it so I can actually heat the thing. This whole building's quite cold right now, and it's gonna be even colder. But anyways, I just figured I'd post a little video here and let you guys know that I'm still alive and kicking. It's been weeks since I put any videos up. Probably I ought to take that old chute to work with me off of this thing and give it a coat of paint. This old chute's kind of rusty inside now, and it's getting so it doesn't shoot the snow as far as it used to. I had the auger housing off of this machine a few years ago because I had to put a new bearing in on the blower section of it. The very rear bearing was going bad, and I painted the housing all up, fixed that up a few years ago, but you know, you can't expect spray paint to last forever. It's getting kind of dull and faded looking again now, but to be honest with you, probably in the next year or so, the next time I find a good deal on a snowblower, I'm probably going to grab one because I've had this thing for a very long time. I gave a guy $50 for this old machine back in 2011, and I have worked the piss right out of this thing. I've been living here in this house for 10 years and I've used it every single year. We've had some pretty bad winters here fairly recently, and this thing has gotten used pretty hard. It's been an awful good machine, but it is getting tired. The drive system's getting worn out on it. It's the biggest thing. The axle bearings are getting worn, and you name it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but a lot of slop in those axle bearings. But the whole thing's been awful reliable. I've never had any issues with that old Tecumseh engine. I tuned it up when I bought the thing in 2011. I took the carburetor off and it cleaned the carburetor all out because that was all screwed up. It was all plugged up and full of water and everything else when I bought it, and I've never touched the carburetor on it again since then. And it's getting so now that it doesn't idle that good. The idle circuit's getting a little bit plugged up in it again, I think, now. But as far as taking it out here in the yard and opening it right up, it still works all right as long as you keep it up above an idle. But anyways, I guess that's it. I'm looking forward to doing some work on this pretty soon, and I'm sure I'll take some videos of it probably. I've got to get some K1 to put in my little heater stove here. She ran out of fuel on me today, and it's quite cold in here tonight. It's about 35 degrees or something outside right now, so it's not real warm. But well, I guess I just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update. I'll probably be back fairly soon, give you some more stuff. Be nice to be able to work in this place. I might be able to get it semi-warm in here some this winter with this little space heater, and be nice to be able to do some videos here of the snow blowers and stuff. I've never really done any videos of repairing these because I've had to lug them somewhere else to work on them in the wintertime. And that old garage was so miserable to work in the wintertime that I couldn't keep the batteries up in the camera or nothing. But this new building here certainly puts a new spin on everything. It's nice and dry in here now, and the windows don't fog all up in here when you try to heat the place. And they got adequate lighting in here. That old garage was just like working in a dungeon at nighttime. But this place here's got 2 light fixtures, literally. It's one light fixture up there. There's another one right up above me here, and there's one on the workbench. Just a little lamp hanging over the workbench here, and that's it. The old garage had several lights in that, and you still couldn't see anything. Well, I think I'm going to call this video good for tonight. When I get working on this thing, I'll try and bring some more video. Have a good night. Bye-bye.